Oh, this is beautiful. They're coming back here. People that could save are coming to save him. All coming back to like Nisha. God, this is so sad, man. Toya is back, and the big lady saved Nisha. Yeah, she's all like, "You saved me." All the people that get rescued comes back, telling him they love him. Oh my God, it's beautiful. This episode is. Oh, this hug is so good, man. Yeah. Thank you, arigato, Hiro-san. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Now everyone is like, "Oh, he saved me too." Yeah, this guy is like, he's the new All Might. We gotta go and tell him. This guy is like, yes, he's All Might, baby. But yeah, it was nice, man. You know, Deku has saved so many people, right? Deku got some friends, you know, saved that cute girl and saved the boy and so on, right? So that was nice, man. But yeah, it was emotional. It was really emotional, man. When Urika speed, it was pretty long too. How long it would be? You know, it's like 4 minutes long or something. But it was emotional when she got into it, and I mean, certainly sometimes you feel the anime has too many flashbacks. Maybe it's kind of untoward for that, right? But here, of course, it works. Most of the flashbacks are like, "Oh, you remember when you saved this girl? Remember you saved this boy? Remember you saved this ocean? You saved the woman?" But so it's like, you know, blah blah blah. Yeah, it kind of shows him mostly rescuing people, right? And of course now they are like, "Oh, Nishan," yeah. So that was a really good scene. Generally Urika, but it was like emotional too. I think when we saw, you know, we kind of saw Urika's flashback too. I think that was great too, right? When we saw Urika as a kid, you know, and she's all happy. The heroes are like, the heroes are saving people, and then one of the heroes, I don't think we get a name, but like some hero in the past, right? His clothes were like destroyed or dirtied or whatever, right, by rescue, and they were like, "Gambare, you did great." Yeah, it was emotional. It was really emotional. It's an emotional scene, man. With what does the guy need more, man? Urika-chan, yeah, come on. Hero, yeah, you go, hero. Gambare, Gambare. Yes, it's like scene, man. If he doesn't get it now. This episode is so sad, guys. Jesus Christ, man. This episode is amazingly sad, man. Oh god, it's so sad, man. Like, this episode was waterful. This episode was a guy in water. This scene was like crying too, man. This scene was really emotional, yeah. When you see Urika, we see her parents too, right? I think it's the first time we see her parents live, for that matter. Yeah, I think we've seen her parents in her flashbacks, right? With her mom and dad. And her mom looks exactly like her, basically, right? But have you ever seen them actually be there? Because they weren't at the tournament, right? In season 2. I think they were. She's flashback to them during the tournament, right? But they weren't actually watching the fight. Maybe from home, but they weren't like watching it, you know, at the stadium, right? I don't think so. But anyway, so she's her parents, and she remembers the time when, yeah, her and her parents like saw this hero, and he was there, and they were like, "Gambare!" Yeah, and she was all like, "Gambare, hero!" Yeah, this scene was great. I love it. A lot of Urika perspective, right? Because Ulrich has always said, you know, from the beginning, "Oh, I'm doing it for the money, right? I show you." Yeah, I'm doing it for the money, guys. I'm only here for the ukane, so she said earlier, right? But of course, you all know Ulrika wants to be a good girl for to help people, right? And yeah, it's a very good Ulrika episode, you know. She's like, "Oh, I'm people happy, and you know, people have to come on. Heroes doesn't, even if hero wins, they don't always have like perfect clothing or whatever, right? Or they get dirty, or they get damaged or whatever, something." And she's like, on that perspective as well, right? The heroes can't always look like perfectly polished or whatever, right? So that was really good too. I think generally it was really good. That being said though, and Deku was crying. I was really sad that when Deku was crying, man. Deku was like a waterfall, man. He was sad, man. He was sad. This episode was freaking sad, man. This episode was really sad. But Deku was like a waterfall. I just couldn't hold my tears out. I was crying so much, man. When Deku was crying, man. It was really sad. But on the same time, I want to come to this point here, right? If you see it to me now, if he doesn't understand that this girl likes him, yeah, come on, like there've been so many classic shonen hints, right? That Urika is in love with Deku, because we the viewer knows it, but I mean Deku should have figured it out, but he's a shonen main character, so never know my point. But now it's like, oh yeah, she jumps up there and she's like, Deku Midoriya! You know, that's the whole speech in his. She defends his honor, and it's like, you know, and Deku is this the waterfall of tears. I would really hope and expect him to finally be like, you know what? Maybe that girl likes me, you know, more than just like best friends with me. Yeah, maybe she actually has feelings for me, because that was like a super, you know, very, very like big speedster for me, for my defense, right? But it's probably gonna be like, oh, she probably likes me as a hero or something stupid. Come on, Deku, man, she clearly loves you. I would think it's kind of silly if he doesn't understand later that she's in love with him after this scene. But anyway, in the end then, right, we do of course also get Stain, right? And I said earlier, I mean, I guess correctly, there was Stain, that we saw All Might falling in the water. And yeah, I think Stain's gonna join them, right? I said earlier in the reaction part, I think Stain is gonna join with All Might, something like that, right? Some kind of redemption, because, you know, Stain wasn't really... Stain's a bad guy, of course, but his motivation was mostly like hurting other bad guys. His own argument. He also hurt good guys too, right? But he kind of is like a hunter of people, right? That he doesn't like, right? And of course, Stain getting through prisoners. He's probably, oh, I want to hurt the bad guys, right? Yeah. He's probably like, I want to defeat the bad guys. So he's a little bit, you know, like your enemy's enemy is your ally kind of thing. He's like, you know, is your enemy's enemy is your friend or whatever. He's like, oh, I guess I can pick this guy up because he's useful against the bad guys, right? Probably. I mean, Stain is like an anti-villain, I guess. I wouldn't call him anti-hero, but something like that, right? Anti-villain, literally. Yeah, but that's probably gonna happen. He's gonna talk to All Might, and All Might will probably be convinced somehow to let him, you know, fight with them or something like that. Probably. That's probably, I think, gonna be next episode, right? And I think that's the final episode. Let's see. How many episodes are there? We're at 2 more episodes. No, that's the final episode next week. 25, yes. So that's the final episode next week. It would be a good like ending, right? Seeing like if Stain gets maybe not redeemed, but something like that. And you know, Deku is back at school and so on. And that's probably how it ends. And we had to wait for probably 6+ months, right? To get next season. 6 months, 9 months, something like that, right? See you guys then in 9 months. Very happy to subscribe and have a great day. Well, I'm cutting afterwards. Seriously, guys. This is the last point here. It's an extra point here. This episode is emotional. I will put it all again here because sometimes when I'm editing, this is like a weird thing, but I want to put it out there. It's the extra after the reaction, right? And I'm editing the review, and I'm editing the whatever we shortened it, right? And I was sitting here crying afterward, okay? Sometimes I wish I had a camera, or, you know, they'll put on the camera again because honestly, that was really emotional. And I think it's kind of like the thing when you sometimes, and I think about it again. I feel I have to go back and rewatch some animes, you know, some days, right? Yeah, I'm too lazy to do that, but it's like, now that I'm sitting here afterward, I'm editing, right? The video afterwards, after the reaction. Now I'm crying even more. I'm like, I rewatched like, I'm rewatching season, something gets sadder. So, I don't know, I feel it several times, sometimes when if I go back and like watch that Place for the Universe, whatever, like, you got made, I'm like, oh, Mom, you know, yeah, like you're, I don't know. This felt kind of typical here when I was like, man, I'm more emotional now. More emotional now after I the waterfall tears is coming, man, after I watched the episode. I don't know. I just want to point it out. It's kind of like, it happens sometimes. The episodes, yeah, like, it's kind of classic when I sit there afterward now in the like editing software. Then I'm just like, like it's like a better reaction afterwards. Yeah, after I turn off the camera, it's like, ah! But guys, again, this is Kacchan, and have a great day.